Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee, and today's episode of Hermitcraft, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be building out our farm a little bit. As you can see, we've already got a lot of the crops in place, but one thing we do not have, and must yet have, is a wonderful barn. Now, I've kind of marked out indicators of where the corners of the barn will be, which is down here, around our kind of beautiful kind of portal thing, but for the time being that's really not sufficient to make a barn. You know, a barn is more than just four pillars. It's kind of closer to four walls, and those walls are kind of an important part of the entire barn-like structure. Let's go ahead real quick and put these in our hotbar so we can frantically light things up. I'm realizing that maybe I haven't done the greatest job since I've been leveling out a lot of this of relighting it all. So let's go ahead and just frantically make sure we're not going to have immediately spawning mobs next to or around our bodies. We do not need creepers creeping. We do not need spiders spiding. We do not need zombies zombing. We got no time for that. It's barn raising time. Now, traditionally, barn raising in America is a social activity, but all the British people are already asleep because I record really late for them, so this is going to be a solo activity. One thing I've decided is that for the lower portion of my barn, which actually I kind of wanted to have the barn raised a little bit earth-wise, so we're going to take some of this excess soil and even kind of put it underneath here. But I kind of wanted to have the first 4 meters or so of the barn be made of a kind of a andesite kind of stone type of thing, and then I would use red clay for the next few layers above that. Now, a lot of American barns will have piping, which I don't know what the word is for that in other languages. But let's see here. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Dang it. 6, 7, 8. So that would be another 2 stories on top of that 1 story. So I feel like for right now, that's probably about as tall as we're going to want to have the whole barn be. So we're going to go ahead and come on over here and have kind of this white piping alongside the barn. Or alongside, well, actually proportionally, I think we probably want the lower stone portion of the barn to be about 1/4 of it. So in that case, we need to get back up there and add a bit more. Let's see. So if we come down here, I have a feeling too, this one, when I was looking down at the barn from up in the sky, it felt like this block was just over 1 too far this way. So assuming that we're not gonna, so we're gonna start this at the same height. Let's try this like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, dang it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Maybe if we do 10 high, that'll proportionally make this look better. And then we'll have all along here between, see, this feels better. We'll use the beautiful red stained clay to kind of cover the walls above the stone base. So let's go ahead and clear up this marker. We can put in the rest of the polished granite, kind of diagonally leading into that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, wow, how am I so bad at everything? Boom. Okay. So I think that this should be fairly close to a perfect diagonal, but we should probably have done this part like so first. Okay, so maybe I did not calculate this out perfectly. But you know what? The thing about perfection is that it is elusive. And so, you can't always get it right. I think we're only going to put our door. Oh, well, we'd actually need, if we're going to have the barn if we're going to have a door that's built into the barn on an angle, we're going to have to figure out a way to logically actually do that. Oh, that was a cattle. Okay. Cattle, you scared me. It's nighttime. Creepers come out at nighttime. Okay, that was... Well, wait, what if I'll use the door to fix the offset? See? Ta-da. Alright, so I've kind of used the door to fix the offset on the barn there, and what I need to do now is to go ahead and get the red clay and go ahead and actually start building the real barnyard walls. Now, it's going to take a lot of red clay to do this, and a lot of patience. Okay, I can do this. We're gonna... There we go. Okay. A lot of patience, but it is doable. And now, of course, I immediately need torches in my inventory because I need to make sure that mobs do not spawn up here. Back down. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Look at this view from up here. I mean, obviously still need to plow a lot of these fields and stuff, but, you know, we got the front wall of our barn in. That's almost not terrible. And maybe once we have the other walls in, it'll look better and not more awkward, because that would be a wonderful thing. You know, I'm kind of wondering if I took one side, because I was thinking about having this built into the hill on this side, and just kind of having the fake wood, because like a traditional barn would be wooden on this part, and then do the pipe in here like so. So it looks like this is kind of built into here some. Okay, that looks kind of awkward, but you know what? If we put in a little awning over top of here, how's that? Is it awning good? Everybody loves awnings. Is that awning well? Dang it. Come on, this way. So yeah, there we go. Get some awning action. Okay. So the idea would be that this would be like the person entrance to the barn, and then you'd have like stables and stuff like that on this side here, and then on the back side you'd have like a big door for the tractors and stuff. So let's see how that's gonna go. If we actually have the stained clay start here, let's make a diagonal to that thing and figure out how it stutters, if at all. Dang it. Is that gonna go directly to that? It does! Yay! Okay, so this wall works. So I wanted to have a big kind of tractor-y door with like a path coming down right about here. So we should probably put something in the ground to indicate that that's where that door is. Maybe we'll use the andesite again. Yeah, that seems about right. And maybe even here a little. And then we'll come back this way, get more of our red stained clay, and then work on this. Now, this I wanted to have the peaked roof set up so that the peak runs along this axis here. And so that means that these walls, unlike those, will all be the same height. So it's easier kind of to do multiple ones at once. Like so. So got a lot of feedback on my last episode. I'm glad so many of you guys enjoyed the grand entrance I constructed for my art gallery. And if you haven't had the chance to watch it, I recommend you give it a look. Dang it, did that too high. One too high. Okay, so we're gonna come like this. Whoops. Because we want to have that same white piping. That's very popular. I thought about using iron for that, but I don't know. I felt like there's just something about trying to incorporate andesite and granite into these builds, since that's not something people do very often. I wanted to have this have its own kind of feel to it. And this is just such a massive build, and having a little bit of accent, dang it, I feel like can make a big difference. But yeah, if you guys have good ideas like building an entrance to my art gallery again, definitely let me know, because that was a fun episode, and I think you were right. I think that will call a lot of attention to what I was trying to do there. So, let's see. So then we build those four like so. So now when we come out here, I mean, that kind of conveys barn. It's going to convey barn a lot better once we get that slice in there. It's a relatively simple build, like geometrically speaking. It's just intimidating because it's not on the 90-degree grid that we're so used to playing with. So I'm going to also need to have the kind of markers down here. So let's go ahead and just kind of lay out how we want to do this. I think that I'm probably going to have this go in across like so until we hit that one. Okay, well, you know, in terms of barns, this is not the worst one I've ever seen. Probably not the worst barn I've ever built. Probably the first barn I've ever built. But on the whole, I'm pretty happy with the core concept. I kind of like the idea of I'm going to need to dig out the rest of this hill along here and actually get more of this andesite in here where it actually belongs. But, like, that's going to be a real pain to do quickly on camera tonight, because I only have a limited amount of time each day to record, but I am very pleased with my progress thus far, and I hope you are too. I kind of want to see what this looks like from way out in the field, but before I do, I'm kind of tempted to try putting a little bit of the roof on here. Well, now that we got one side of the roof on it, I gotta say that looks a lot better than it did. I think I might put some sort of window or something here, and I'm of course gonna have to put the second side of the roof on. Are these sides still uneven, or is that just an optical trick? That might just be an optical trick. I'm going to kind of run out alongside here and see what this actually looks like from the far distance. Okay, so I'm going to run out here and give this a look from this angle, kind of get a sense of it. Yeah, that's kind of coming together. I think more, though, it's going to... Oh, a lot of skellies right there. And creepers. Maybe we do not want to go out that far to get this. Well, from that angle, it just looks like head-on barn, which diagonally speaking is maybe what we were kind of going for, but let's try it from way over here. If we come out here, yeah, see that looks kind of like an interesting barn in the distance. Once we add some details up there and on the sides, once we get the farmhouse in here, thinking of even having a secondary barn maybe, or some sort of other small structure over here. This is all going to come together. We're going to extend the cornfields. Obviously, the cornfields aren't big enough as is. You know, that's pretty self-evident from all of this. But until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring. Oh, that's a creeper. He blends in particularly well. Any others? Any others? Okay, good.